doing my video for the review of the class from programming number 1 or TC 1017. I think it's the name of the course. Well, first of all, I'd like to thank Ken because he was a really nice teacher, a really nice person. Because when you um, are a student from first semester in the university, you get like nervous and stuff, or at least in my case. And Ken was like one of the teachers that were nice to me. Since the beginning, he was very supportive. He told us we could trust him. He was always in touch with us. He always, he, for example, in the mornings, he always say good morning. He always say hi. He's always smiling, and that's quite motivating for a student to know you have a teacher that it's like very nice, but not only about the how about his attitude, but the also about his class. He has a different type of classes. He's not like the typical. He has something new implemented in Modelo Tec 21. It's like self-learning, and it's also like I don't know how to call it, free learning, or I don't know, but it's that um, you have no deadlines like during the weeks, only in the partials. You have to submit all the WSQs that are your homeworks, and there you have like 10 homeworks for each partial, and you have to submit it until the last day of each partial. But Ken is not like telling you every single class you have to turn in your homeworks and stuff. He's, he says to you that you have your time, you have to be responsible, and that's also okay because you're starting a university. You have to be responsible. This creates responsibility on you, and you establish your own deadlines before the end of each partial. And it's okay for creating responsibility in yourself, but also it's like you need to know how to learn by yourself because not every single time you're going to learn in the typical way. This is a different experience, and I suggest everyone should experience this. It was nice. It was um, it was okay for me. I did learn a lot of things. I think it was quite um, challenging at first. I thought it was like super relaxed and everything, but it depends on you, in your, in how you manage your time, in how to work. But it was nice, and I did learn a lot. It's not like Ken only tell you, okay, you have to turn this for this day of the last partial, but he doesn't let you go like by yourself. He is always helping each other. He's always helping the others. He motivates the others to help each other. He created a group so we can post our questions or tell the other ones that if they need help, we could help them and things like that. Mm, the cruise was had a lot of things like cooperation. Um, it also taught, he also taught us to give credit to the other authors. Creative Commons, like doing the things and publishing it for everyone else to share the learning and different stuff from the internet that we didn't knew. I I made a new I made a lot of new friends, and it was the whole cruise was a nice experience. I did learn a lot, and I will mention all the mastering topics I covered since the first partial to the second partial and the final partial to see to show that I did learn in this course. For example, in the first partial, I did mastering topics in WSQ1 I did the use of comments, the basic 8 output that is print. In the WSQ2 I did the conditional if and the conditional else. Then in the WSQ03 I did the use of loops with while and do while. I also imported and used libraries. In WSQ4 I used a good style of counting conventions. I used the basic user input. In the WSQ5 I created and I called functions. In Parcel 2, in the WSQ number 6, I did a use of recursion for repeated algorithms. Then I used what type, and I learned when to use what type of repetition in a program. In the WSQ number 7, I created and used arrays for vectors in C++. In WSQ number 8, I created and used strings, also matrices and vectors. In WSQ number 9, I validated user input. In also there I read and write. I read and write on the files, on the text files. I use basic types and their use. And in the final partial, I created accounts for Flickr, GitHub. I submitted my work via GitHub. I developed the ability to create C++ file and run from the command line. I installed my Linux on my computer. I had the ability to create projects in IDE and run inside the IDE. And I use visualization of data with tools. I did that with CSI Lab, that is one of the extra tools can suggest us, but it was also part of the homework. And that gives me a total of 26 mastering topics, just to show you how much I did learn during this course. I strongly recommend to take this course with Ken because it's a teacher not like the others. It's a whole new experience that everyone should have in their university. Thanks again, Ken, and I hope you can implement this whole system in more of the courses that we take as the students of university. I did learn a lot, and I hope you keep implementing this.